Hi, I'm Matterson at LJ Hooker Narrabeen, and today I have with me is Mark Wells from LJ Hooker Financial Services. Now Mark, with the rest of the year we're heading towards Anzac Day and the federal election in July. What are the indicators and forecasters predicting for the rest of the year? Over to you.
Just a bit of an update on the current banks and the home loan market. Just wanted to let you know things like there's been some changes in lender policies where the banks have become a little bit more conservative in the way they're assessing incomes. Incomes like bonuses, commissions and overtimes are being scaled back, so lenders aren't using the full amount of those incomes, and that can have an impact on people's borrowing capacities, and that's certainly something people should be aware of because it can affect obviously their purchase price. The banks are also a little bit slow at the moment compared to their normal assessment timeframes. We've got sort of the major banks that are assessing things in over a week. Some of the smaller lenders are still doing things in 2 to 3 days. But if you've got, if you need finance and you're just going into a bank branch, then you could be looking at some delays in the home loan processing times. So it probably helps to speak to a broker so that we can give you some information around those sort of things as well. For any existing home loans, the banks are very sort of competitive on interest rate discounts at the moment, which we arrange for all our borrowers. So certainly it's a bit of a refinance market at the moment. The banks are very competitive to try and get some more market share, so they're offering discounts below their advertised rates. That's something that we arrange for our borrowers, but it's also resulting in the banks being, slower than they normally are.
And Mark, how do you see the rest of the year panning out? Do you see any changes in the interest rates, or how do you view it?
I think it'll be reasonably stable over the course of the rest of the year. What we've seen, most recently is that the banks are making interest rate changes even though the Reserve Bank haven't changed the cash rate. That's something that is very hard to predict and something we'll probably have to expect to happen again, whether it's just on investment loans, we've seen some rate changes there around the APRA regulations enforced on the banks, but it could also be on home loans as well. So while I think the Reserve Bank will be reasonably stable and may not change the cash rate for quite some time, we do need to sort of know that the banks are allowed to change rates on their own.
Okay, thanks a lot Mark, and we'll keep in touch.
Cheers, thanks Grant.
Great information. Thank you Mark. I'm sure everyone appreciated all that great information, and if anyone would like to speak further, feel free to contact Grant Matterson at LJ Hooker Narrabeen on 0438 261 600, and I'll put you in contact with Mark. Okay, all the best for now.